And then, when all the lights went out, they all began to scream and shout. There was a mighty hullabaloo. Nobody knew what to do. Shouting, waving arms in the air, some running here, some running there. It made no sense, no reason nor rhyme. It certainly was the scariest time. They scratched their heads, they racked their brains. They were unable to explain. It was too dark. They could not see. This just was not supposed to be. Then all at once, the moon appeared and shone a light, and all did cheer. For the light that shone was incredibly bright, and now they were able to see the night. Then one of them did think to look for answers in the ancient book. The ancient book, writ long ago, with cautionary tales of woe. Unopened since the darkest ages, he blew the dust from crumpled pages. Slowly he deciphered text to find out what should happen next. All along, right from the start, he'd been clever, he'd been smart, and from those clues he figured out what they should do without a doubt. And with a voice both loud and clear, he announced for all to hear that finally the time had come to summon up the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones? They were aghast. Weren't they belonging in the past? Those Ancient Ones all laid to rest in cupboards, drawers and heavy chests, or stowed away under the stairs, some as singles, some as pairs. Old and worn, tired and crinkled, faded clothes, creased and wrinkled, long forgotten, covered in dust. They must be woken up. They must. And all this time, while they had slept, so many secrets they had kept. And so the Ancient Ones were woke, and straightway some of them spoke to younger ones who gathered around and listened well and made no sound. Standing tall amongst the crowds, they spoke in voices clear and loud. They told of life of slower pace, when all was not a rush and race. They had so many things to tell, these younger ones who listened well. They made fire by rubbing stones, and with candles lit their homes. And they could make things out of wood. So many things they understood. For further knowledge they would look inside their many marvellous books. They loved to dance and play and sing at feasts and family gatherings. They did not have necessity for gas and electricity. And when they went somewhere, they walked, and when they met someone, they talked. They could knit and they could sew, and they knew how to make things grow. This special knowledge they possessed had been considered common sense. They found it hard to understand why folks no longer used their hands and spent their time in front of screens, relying so much on machines. All in the name of saving labour, whilst ignoring Mother Nature. And now they would do what they could do to teach these young a thing or two, until they did appreciate the simple life. 'Twas not too late. Very soon they did discover that they actually liked each other. Younger ones were slick and quick, but ancient ones knew all the tricks. They used this opportunity to build a new community. Ancient ones brought so much pleasure, like forgotten buried treasure. So much now for all to share, and all along it had been there. So, after this initial shock, together they turned back the clock.